Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the English news from Djibouti channels. Here are the headlines of our news edition tonight. The main titles are: the president of Somaliland continue his visit tours in a different institution of Djibouti. In United States, the desolation to Bahamas after the purpose of the Hurricane Dorian. Welcome if you join us. The president of Somaliland, Mr. Musa Bihi Abdi, continued his working visit this morning. He visited Djibouti's international free zone, and he and his delegation, including the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Somaliland, Mr. Yassine Haji Mahmoud, and the Defense and Livestock and the Fisheries, Mr. Abdul Ghani Mahmoud Ataya, and Mr. Hassan Mohammed Gadai at Pika 23, followed by the visit of the Great Wea, and finally he visited many other places. From Djibouti, the president of The president was accompanied by many delegations and various visits by the Minister of Agriculture. And after that, the president of Somaliland went to the different institutions of Djibouti. The international free zone was one of the places he visited with his delegations. The international free zone is one of the largest free zone in Africa, allows our country to assert its role as a gateway to Ethiopia, the countries of the sub-region, and also the COMESA. Thanks to this important commercial and industrial infrastructure, as well as other poor infrastructure, Djibouti aims to become a regional logistic hub in the future. Always at the end of the visit, the delegation led by the Somaliland president visit in the large Wea Dam located 30 kilometers from Djibouti city. The visit has been completed under the explanations of the engineer of this dam, which is the largest dam in the Djibouti belt in form of the pyramid. The minister welcomed the president of Somaliland. The Minister of Agriculture welcomed the president of Somaliland and his delegations, and he explained the importance of this dam for the people of Djibouti, and in particular those inhabitants of Wea locality. For his part, the president of Somaliland, Mr. Musa Bihi Abdi, thanked the warm welcome he was received, and he wishes to work more closely with the Djiboutian government to further strengthen the bilateral relationship and partnership between Djibouti and Somaliland. After the visit of the international free zone and the Wea Dam, the president of Somaliland, Mr. Musa Bihi Abdi, and his delegation went to visit the summer village of Wea, located on the Djibouti-Qalafi Road corridor, the main trade route between the Republic of Djibouti and Ethiopia. After the inaugurations of the Fab Lab, it was the iLab's turns this morning at the Leadership and Entrepreneurship Center, known as the CLE, celebrated this evening with a great pomp and circumstance. As a sign of the importance of this event, the Minister of Finance, Mr. Iyas Musadawale, and the diplomatic officials came to mark the importance of this meeting. They were also enthusiastic of robotics, electronic, and everything related to innovations. The objective of the iLab is to encourage but also to support the development in the internship. The iLab is intended to be the synthesis of the state-of-the-art technology and innovations. Above all, it's to encourage young project leaders to interact, to bring out new entrepreneurial projects. The director of the center, Mrs. Obaha Malo, recalled that these words, that creativity is the intelligence that is between fun, a way of saying that the intelligence of young people will be in the ideal ecosystem for them. Further, she recalled that the Fab Lab and the iLab were in fact to form a real incubator of dynamic and creative young people. The Minister of Higher Education and Research, in collaboration with the University of Tokyo, held a meeting this morning following the project on sustainable innovations methods on the optimal use of extending water resources in Djibouti in agro-pastoralism. This large-scale project increases activities in many areas and ensure food security. The Republic of Djibouti has many years with the country of the rising sun. The Japanese, who also financing this project, and the engineers in the field are trained in Japan. This shows that Djibouti and Japan have a good relationship and cooperation in the field of higher education and research. To the interior region, especially in Dakhel, where the rest of the country, the many children start their school academic years. It was the middle school and secondary school. The students returned to the school the following day, Tuesday. The delegation led by the prefect of Dakhel, Mr. Mohammed Sheikh Hassan, and composed in particular of Deputy Prefect Fuad Obakar and the President of the Regional Council, Mr. Abdurrahman Yunus Are, the head of the Regional Bureau of Education, Mr. Mohammed Anglais, and the parents of the pupils made a regular visit to the school in the region to see how the school was going well. And now in Tajura, where some 4,000 for many children and students start their school, especially in primary and middle school, return to school at the Tajur region on 2 September. On the occasion, an important delegation led by the prefect of the region, Mr. Abdul Malik Mohammed Manoita, and Mr. Farah Douali Lidier, the representative of the regional council, Mr. Meki Ahmed, who is also a pedagogical advisor, the head of the CNSS of the North, Mr. Ali Mohammed Gadili, was also accompanied the prefecture to make a visit tour in the different schools in this region. The Turkish Corporations and Coordinations Agency TICA presented yesterday to the National Agency of Disabled a donation composed of 200 well shares for 200 disabled person, a gesture of solidarity that shows the bonds of friendship between the Republic of Djibouti and the Republic of Turkey, under the agencies of the Director General of the NPH, Mr. Douali Saeed Mahmoud. The official ceremony of the presentations of this donation took place at the headquarters of the National Agency of Disabled Persons in the presence of the Turkish Ambassador of Djibouti, Mr. Salim Levert, the Director General of TICA, Mr. Mohamed Taha Dogan, and the Director of Bilateral Relations of Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Igili Idris Omar. And now let's move on continental news, where Hurricane Dorian is now moving very slowly to the southeast coast of the United States. Its devastating force has decreased considerably. It goes gone from category 5 to 2, but it's still very dangerous because it has gained in size, with the winds approaching 175 kilometers per hour, and its trajectory is difficult to predict. Several million Americans in Florida, Georgia, North and South Carolina have been ordered to evacuate in the Bahamas. Here we arrive at the end of this news edition. Thank you for watching us, and goodbye.